Hi, I'm Jason Horsch, owner of Xanadu Gallery in Scottsdale and Pine Top, Arizona, and this is Ask a Gallery Owner. Today's question is a continuation of an ongoing conversation we've been having over the last several weeks about pricing art. Clearly, it is one of the more challenging aspects for an artist who is seeking to sell their work, coming up with the right pricing and thinking about how that pricing might be affected by where they're showing their art, their efforts to sell online, etc. And today's session, like I say, is going to be a continuation of that. And the question comes from Leah, and she asks, all of your comments are very clear and make sense if an artist is only working with one gallery. And when an artist is not actively trying to sell their work in other channels as well, such as on their own website or via several different galleries. Some galleries don't charge the same percentage as others. At least I've been quoted a variety of percentages between 35% and 50% for galleries I've approached. Are we to conclude then that it is not an acceptable practice to sell through more than one gallery or to sell through a gallery and through our own website? If we sell through a number of different galleries and they have varying percentage commissions for their work, how do we price the work fairly to all on our own website? Is this an all or nothing sort of thing? Must we sell only through one gallery and match their prices on our website? Or is there some way of doing this fairly that I'm just not seeing? Yes, so Leah, you're not alone in the consternation at all the ins and outs of pricing. And actually, in your question, you kind of answer it yourself. And the answer is, yes, we're going to price our work consistently across all of the venues where we are selling that work. Online, in galleries, in different galleries with different consignment percentages. And the way I might suggest we think about this is from the perspective of your potential buyer. Your buyer might see your work in any one of these venues. We didn't even mention art festivals and weekend shows and those kind of things. It's perfectly possible that they might go to a gallery and see your work in Texas and then travel to another gallery in San Francisco and see your work, go on your website and look at the work there, and then see it in your studio in Kansas or wherever you might be. And so let's think about the experience we would want them to have. If they're seeing similar work, it's similarly sized, similar subject matter, would it make sense to them that there are a variety of price points depending on where they're seeing that work? It wouldn't. And so we want to have a consistency there that allows a collector to feel comfortable. Is your gallery going to be comfortable if you're showing the work on your website at a decreased price? No. I would refer you back to last week's video where I talk about why it's important to have the consistency between your studio and the gallery. It applies also to your website and the gallery. Now, to this question about different percentages among galleries. Well, some galleries charge 35, some 40, 50% for commissions. I would suggest we think about this in the following way. I would just assume, as I'm going out to start working with galleries, that the standard commission they're going to be asking is 50%. And so I'm going to be ready for that. And again, last week I talked about why it's okay that they're asking that 50% and how they're earning it and what benefits and advantages you're going to get from that. And if I'm comfortable with that, I can be very happy and move forward with selling my work through galleries. Now, if I run into a gallery that says we take 40% or we take 35%, you're going to say, terrific, my profit margins just increased. My retail price is going to stay the same no matter where it is. My collectors and gallery owners are all going to be seeing the same value for the work as it's out in the marketplace. It's just that the percentage that I'm going to make might vary a little bit from venue to venue. And that's okay. That happens in business. There can be varying percentages depending on the venue. I would suspect that there's probably a reason. Maybe a gallery that's asking a lower percentage isn't in maybe as prestigious a location, or their expenses aren't as high, or maybe they're more of a cooperative situation and there may be other asks of you so that the gallery isn't asking as much. But the retail price, the retail value of your art is going to stay consistent no matter where it's showing and no matter what percentages you're making. And if we can just get that mindset, then it opens the doors. because certainly I'm not suggesting that you should only show in one venue. In fact, quite the opposite. The most successful artist when it comes to promoting, marketing, and sell their work is going to be showing in a variety of venues. They're going to have broad exposure for their work and have many opportunities to attract buyers and make those sales happen. And, it is possible some of those venues are going to be a little bit different in how they handle the business, and we're just going to adapt to that. So I hope that provides some helpful perspective. Don't let yourself get tripped up by the intricacies of consignment agreements and percentages and the different venues where I might show. Keep your focus on establishing a consistent value for your work, getting it out to the marketplace, and getting as much exposure as you can so you can generate the maximum sales possible. If you're watching this video and you have additional questions that you would like me to answer, could be about pricing, could be about other subjects related to galleries or the art business, be sure to leave your comments and questions below. And of course, if you'd like to see future sessions of these videos, if you find them helpful, be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, which is at red.blog.com. You'll see a link in the description for this video. Thanks for joining me. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next session.